Today's Toy Spot, we're now having a look at the Collect and Connect figure that made up DC Universe Wave 10. We're looking at the very large and menacing Imperiex. Now to build this behemoth, you need to get yourself 6 figures. Luckily, as I mentioned, you didn't have to get the repaint Batman to get this guy fully built together. But once you do have him put together, you have yourself a very menacing, very large figure. This figure is quite substantial, and I also really like the fact that he's got this cape kind of cloak going on over there as well. Unfortunately, I don't have my DC Universe encyclopedia here, so I can't read you the background on the character, but I can tell you that Imperiex' first appearance was the Superman Volume 2, number 153 from February 2000 actually. So this character is 12 years old. He was created by Jeff Loeb and Ian Churchill. And for anyone who read comics, he was the main villain in Our Worlds at War. The figure itself, or the character itself, really is an energy of pure form energy contained inside a humanoid set of armor. Even though he didn't really appear in the Justice League Unlimited cartoon, I do believe that armor that they used in that cartoon was based on the Imperiex. That was the armor that Felix Faust, I believe, ended up taking over. At any rate, though, he is a really nice looking figure. I think the black and the gold really accent this character quite a bit. I also like the fact that he's got these skirt pieces of armor. He's got one right around his waist area, one in the upper torso. It looks like you could probably take it off. I don't think it's really pegged. Oh, it is pegged. It's pegged on the back there. If we zoom into his face, however, he's got this really decayed, like skeleton-like face, which I think is really neat. I think they did a great job. I like the paint that they put around the teeth area as well. He's got himself a ponytail that sticks out from the top of his helmet. And as you can see, he's got all this really nice gold work running down the arms here with the bolts, and then we've got the little details. He's also got some gold on his wrists. I think they did a really outstanding job on this character, or on this figure. If we zoom the camera out, if I can, I'm going to bring in, I'll bring in, say, Robot Man. I just want to give you guys a scale comparison between the two. Him a stand. There you have Robot Man, which is approximately about a 6.5 inch figure, and there we have Imperiex. So Imperiex is sitting at around, what you would say, about 11 inches or so, 10.5, 11 inches tall. He's a very large looking figure. Scale wise, he's about the same scale as probably like Despero. He's probably just a little taller. He's probably about the same scale as Darkseid. I think Bane was probably about the same height as well. Oh, I got a message too. I'll get that later. He is roughly about the proper scale to most Collect and Connect figures. I'll move Robot Man out of the way here. In the way of Imperix's articulation, he has a ball-jointed head. He can rotate left and right, slightly up and down. He has a pin and socket shoulder, a rotation in the bicep, a bend at the elbow, a rotation in the wrist gauntlet area. He has an upper bend in his torso, a rotation in his waist. His legs can bend back, in and out, bend at the knee, a rotation in the upper thigh, and finally a bend at the foot. There's a bit of a swivel as well. Not that you would really necessarily need that. But Imperiex is just a very solid looking figure. He's not my favorite Collect and Connect by any standards. I mean, there's a lot of Collect and Connects I like a lot more than Imperiex, but he's very different than most Collect and Connects. Just with all the coloring and the extra paneling with the armor that they've put on him, it makes for a very different rewarding figure, I think, to have in your collection. So there you go, guys. Oh, by the way, Imperiex, I'm going to give an 8.5 to. Again, not my favorite Collect and Connect figure, but still a very good one nonetheless. And with that, that wraps up DC Universe Wave 10, just like that, just like that, just like that. It's done. I hope you guys have enjoyed it as much as I have filming these for you. Let's maybe actually go through the figures as a whole. Aside from certainly Imperiex, the top figure, I guess everybody sees it coming by now. The figure to get, if you were to get one figure from this set, it would definitely have to be the Joker. Again, a 10, if you ask me, a 10 out of 10. Joker is perfect. His legs are a little loose, unfortunately, but I would certainly be inclined to get another Joker for how awesome this figure was. Next figure, I would probably say... I'm reaching off camera. You can't see me. I'm reaching off camera. I probably would say Man-Bat. He's not the most interesting of figures, but I got to say for everything he's got going on with the wings, I'm going to move Joker over here. For everything with the wings and the fact that he is just a very different sculpt of a figure, I would say he is definitely worth picking up as well. And finally, I would say probably, you know what? I'll bring her in. I would probably say Power Girl is another pickup that you'd want to get from this wave. Hey, careful there, Man-Bat. Don't be putting the moves on Power Girl. She totally would rip you in half. But those are really the three figures that I would recommend from getting this set. Beast Boy is certainly a nice figure. I surprisingly really even like Forager. The ones that I could really go and say, you know, you don't necessarily need to get is the Robot Man. Unless you collect, you know, Doom Patrol, then I would say maybe get Robot Man. I like the paint on him, but he's not a figure that I would say you necessarily really have to get. And the Batman, I would say it's totally not worth getting at all. So there you go, guys. There's DC Universe Wave 10 packaged up, all nice, ready to go out. I hope you guys, again, have enjoyed all of this. Let me know down below what you guys have thought about this wave. Have you collected this wave yourself? What are your favorite figures from this wave? Let me know certainly down below. As always, I appreciate all the comments that you guys send me, all the messages that you guys send my way. Keep checking out my reviews. There's certainly more on the way. Let me know what you guys think of the channel as a whole. In the meantime, I'm going to wrap this up here. DC Universe Wave 10 is now done. We're having a look at the very menacing Imperiex in the background here. And gotta love that Joker. Oh, he's such a great Joker. But thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you guys. I'll see you guys around.